And now, the 2K Sports Pregame Show, brought to you by Sprite.
Welcome, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal, and from all of us here at 2K Sports, we wish you a Merry Christmas.
And a Happy New Year.
And on tap tonight, it's the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Miami Heat. For the Heat, they come in off a win in their last game against the 76ers in Philadelphia. Over the first half of the season, we've gotten a good sense of what this team is capable of. When they're on, which they have been consistently, they are an excellent unit. Always nice to gather the family around on Christmas and then spend part of the day in front of the TV watching the NBA, and we're happy to be part of it, aren't we, Shaq?
Ho, 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 I'm in the holiday spirit, Ernie. Let's go.
What if you were playing on Christmas? What was that like?
Oh, I loved it, Ernie. Big names, big games, wide audience. Jack was there, Denzel was there, Adam Sandler was there. Ho, ho, ho is what I used to deliver on Christmas. A lot of presents.
Yeah, you certainly did, and we were all the beneficiary. It's almost game time. Kevin Harlan standing by.
Welcome to a special presentation of the NBA on Christmas Day here on 2K Sports. We want to wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas. With our Santas Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Welcome to the American Airlines Arena, home of the Miami Heat, and a great venue for basketball. They've put it all together over the course of their last 7 games. They've only had 1 loss over that span.
Kevin, they may be the most dangerous team in the NBA right now. They're certainly not who you'd want to have to take on in the playoffs, that's for sure, with the way they're playing.
Yeah, they've got a lot of momentum going here at the end of the regular season, and that's exactly what you want. They're a dangerous team.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. Irving and Waiters, the guards. The 2 stars, LeBron and Love, at the 3 and the 4. And it's Verajao in at the center position. Mick Roberts' shot is good. Mick Roberts has got the opening bucket of the night here for the Heat. The Heat were really in a class of their own last year when it came to offensive firepower and shot an amazing rate.
Yeah, they ended with a 50% shooting mark, which is really just off the chart. I mean, to go that entire season with that clip, impressive.
Good. On defense, the Cavaliers, they're coming off that win against Minnesota.
You know, so often in the NBA we talk about how you have to earn your points the hard way, but it didn't seem like that was the case. Everything came pretty easily.
Too many of their points came the easy way, Steve. You're right, on dunks and layups against a defense that didn't really put up much resistance. Chris Anderson, the Birdman, has been a great fit in Miami, and I think they got a steal in this veteran big man. I mean, he's got tremendous bounce. He bangs the glass. He's a rim protector, and he finishes with force and finesse sometimes.
And Chris Anderson, certainly one of the more colorful characters in the league. Always a fan favorite with the tattoos, the mohawk, the energy. He's just a great fit on this Miami defense that's built around quickness and athleticism.
Chalmers with it, and it's Waiters picking him up. Wade gets the bucket.
And the layup just gift-wrapped right there. I mean, he had a clear path to the basket.
And here are the Cavaliers now. It's a 3-point game. The drive by LeBron. Here's Verajao. And it's Miami with the rebound. And 2 years ago, Anderson missed the first half of the season under investigation. It turned out that he was the victim of a vicious internet hoax.
Yeah, pretty wild and crazy stuff. I mean, he was finally cleared of any wrongdoing and bounced back nicely, signing with the Heat. And he's played a very important role on this championship team.
Now, here's Chalmers. After LeBron James's miss, Chalmers. And it's rebounded by Anderson Verajao. For Cleveland, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. The drive by LeBron. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
I love when he takes the ball inside. That's when he seems to really get on a roll.
The Heat have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Wade dishes to Chalmers. Back to Wade from downtown. Can't hit, so Cleveland will take it the other way. Love with the screen on Deng. Off the pick. Oh, look out.
Oh, wow. And how about that screen by Love? That was a wall.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. Right now we're going to go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Eric Spoelstra. What'd you find out, Doris?
There haven't been many players that have the physical prowess of LeBron James, and he knows that this is going to pose a lot of problems for his team. He told me the most amazing thing to him about LeBron was that he has the ability to be a force at virtually any position on the floor, from point guard to center. He can and does do it all, guys.
Thanks, Doris. Now here's Deng after Dwayne Wade's miss. Here's McRoberts, and the three ball is good. McRoberts has got 5 points so far.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
LeBron kicks to Irving, takes a three, and it's Miami with the rebound. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
And they made their mark defensively that day. That was what was, I think, most impressive. Really caused a lot of problems in the paint.
Well, they spent a lot of that game in the air and got their hands on a lot of shots.
Well, Dion Waiters, a Philly kid, plays with a chip on his shoulder, Clark. Always a ton of confidence.
Yeah, you know, but I like his edge and his chip, but I think sometimes his emotions get the best of him. When he gets frustrated, we've seen it affect his play and his demeanor on the court. Hopefully that's just a maturation thing with him, because it could derail his potential if he doesn't get it under wraps. The defense to start and ignite that play was terrific, and I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
And now that they have the lead, they might even want to get more aggressive defensively. Really attack, try to come up with more steals.
Wade gets the bucket.
It's going to be tough for the defense today. If he's got his A game rolling here tonight, we'll see. And for Waiters, we've heard the rumblings. He's butted heads with coaches and teammates. He was dismissed from the practice. His name has been all over trade talks since he's been with Cleveland. But on the plus side, he's working hard to improve as a player, and he's very gifted.
McRoberts, the pass to Deng.
Had a pretty good look at the basket, but defensively they did a nice job rotating, forcing the miss.
Williams with the block. And Cole kicks to McRoberts. Now the dish to Cole. 1:27 left in the first. The drive by Wade, blocked. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. A different look for Miami. Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for Josh McRoberts. And it's Napier in for Dwayne Wade. And then for Cleveland, Sean Marion, he's checked in for James. Harris comes in for Dion Waiters. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving.
You know, you hear the question marks for Waiters, but still an awful lot of upside for this guy, in my opinion. He's got a great foundation offensively. He can make plays for himself and for others. I think his ceiling is really high as long as he stays hard-working and hungry.
Dellavedova, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Dellavedova's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Here's Cole. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Deng gets a wide open look, and again, Miami with the triple.
You know, after starting the game 0 for 3, you know he was just desperately looking for that one to fall.
35 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Marion dishes to Harris. Out to Marion. Clock at 6. Feeds it to Love. Fires the three. Second chance shot. Pass to Dellavedova. There's the three. And it's Deng with the rebound. Here's Cole. Lets the three fly. And again, Miami with the triple.
Good work to tack some more points onto this lead.
Those are the kind of possessions they can build on and begin to pull away here.
Here's Dellavedova. Can't get it to go. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Heat out front. as they end the first quarter on a 14-6 run. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere.
It's a special New Year's Eve NBA celebration. The Phoenix Suns take on Kevin Durant and the Oklahoma City Thunder. It happens next Wednesday.
And we're ready to get rolling once again here for our Christmas Day matchup. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Now, they didn't waste any time getting into a groove out there. They're dialed in from long range.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
The Cavaliers trail by 7.
Cavs tried to make a push for the playoffs last season, in a way going against the grain, but instead a disappointing season when it was all over. The coach and front office questioning the team's effort level.
Sean Williams is out there with Haslam. Then there's Chalmers. Then there's Chris Anderson. And it's Napier in at the 1 spot. That's the group on the floor for Miami. The Heat leading by 5. Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, guys, as you know, Luol Deng, the glue of the Chicago Bulls, was traded away in his 10th season with the team. Coach Tom Thibodeau thanked him for everything he'd done, saying, quote, "You couldn't ask anything more of a player. Practice hard, be a great leader, play for the team, be selfless. Whatever I asked him to do, he did. He embodied what we stand for." Quite a compliment, Kevin.
He'll be missed in Chicago. Thanks, Doris. A different look now for Cleveland. Anderson Varejão's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Dion Waiters comes in for Harris. And Irving subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. Well, the Cavs did make some big changes from last season, and they shouldn't have a problem staying motivated, putting in the effort this year.
Well, you know, Kevin, last year they were a very young group and didn't have the vet presence they might have needed. With LeBron coming in, they've got brilliance in every category, leadership and play. He's got the clout of his championship rings. The whole mindset of the team is about to go to a very different and high level.
And he was one step ahead of the defense when he fired that pass for the assist.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
Well, you know, both of these teams certainly in the conversation when you talk about NBA dynasty. It's some epic finals performances to show for it. Always a pleasure to watch these two teams face off.
Josh McRoberts is checked in for the Heat. Wade comes in for Napier. And Cleveland with a change here, too. James checked in for Sean Marion. And it's Dion Waiters with the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul, second team foul.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Nobody near Williams. Can't get it to go. And Cleveland will come the other way. And stylistically, the Spurs and the Heat at different ends of the spectrum, certainly, Steve. The Spurs averse to the glitter and the glamour.
Yeah, whereas in Miami, you got the pyrotechnics, the fog machines. It's star power all the way. And I think in a way, the NBA kind of needs both approaches. They both have their place.
Here's Chalmers. Dion Waiters making his last shot. Wade passes to Williams. The basket good off the assist from Wade. Williams has got the lead up to 10 now for the Heat.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
Now, here is Irving. He had 28 points in the win against Minnesota.
And he really kept his head down, was drawing contact, getting himself to the line, played an aggressive game. That was a big-time help for him and his team.
Raiders against Wade. The 11-footer. Here's Haslam, and a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Haslam's got his first basket.
Boy, they are just destroying them in the paint.
You could say that again, Steve. The defenders just aren't aggressive enough down low.
Passes it to Waiters. Jones with it. Wade picks him up. Jones kicks to Irving. Lets it go with a three. And that one's good. Irving's got 5 now.
You know, defensively, you cannot forget about him. They gave him a wide open look there.
Miami calls their first time out of the game.
He didn't make a lot of noise heading into last season's All-Star game, but boy, did Kyrie Irving put on a show when he got there. It was a playground type of game, and he dazzled everybody with his skill.
Now, here's Chalmers. 9 points last game. Wade against Waiters. Wade dishes to McRoberts. 6 on the shot clock. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
LeBron left side. Outside, Jones. They get it back. Here's Varejao. Missed inside. Miami leading by 9. Chalmers with it. Jones covering. Chalmers best to Wade. The kick out to Williams. He feeds it to McRoberts. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. James has got his 4th rebound in this one. And upon winning the All-Star MVP last year, Irving said the most important thing was bringing the trophy to Cleveland.
Yeah, that's a nice nod to the fans in the Forest City, and being a native Clevelander myself, I know how much the fans appreciate being acknowledged by one of their favorite players. After all the speculation and turmoil last season, that was a nice bright spot, even if it was soon overshadowed by the return of the King.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Deng comes in for Udonis Haslem. And it's Norris Cole in for Mario Chalmers. On the wing, Williams. He's guarded by Love. Shoots from the baseline. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Nick Roberts has got 4 this quarter.
He's created some good opportunities for himself and made the most of them.
Thompson sets the pick for LeBron. Here's Love, and the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
Yeah, it sure has, Clark. I mean, with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they really haven't had to do much on the perimeter.
The Cavaliers trail by 7. And then Waiters with the jam. I like that they're taking it inside and taking advantage of each opportunity, Clark, to chip away at the deficit.
Yeah, and doing it with the dunk is a major energizer, too. Gets the momentum going.
Yeah, and I think the interior defense, as good a job offensively as we saw. The defensive presence was almost non-existent. And they may see this lead disappear if they continue to give up those easy points. Great job taking it right at the defense. I like the aggressiveness.
Yeah, he left them no choice but to foul there.
The Heat have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this game.
Well, Luol Deng was supposed to have a lot more help in Chicago as they got healthy, but injuries struck once again, and they were forced to ship Deng off to help in the next rebuilding project. First time Deng has ever played in a different uniform.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Chris Anderson is checked in for Josh McRoberts, and it's Napier in for Dwayne Wade. And it's the Heat with the ball, following the three-point attempt by Kyrie Irving. And Cole kicks to Deng. Five to shoot. Lets it go with a 3. And it's Napier missing. Wallace with it. An 11-point game for him in the win against Minnesota. Dellavedova, that's good. Here's Cole. 4 seconds left. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Boy, he just battled through that initial impact and somehow willed it in.
Excellent concentration. That's what you like to see.
And we've reached halftime in this one. Heat lead by 6. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Dwayne, a couple of quick questions for you. What's your attitude right now, and what do you think will be the team's focus for the second half?
Well, I mean, we just want the ball go. We just got to rebound the ball. We got to get in there as a team, all of us, and rebound the ball. You know, they crash the glass, all of them. But then it's about getting a win. We can play any style of tonight. We just want to figure out how to get a win.
Dwayne, thank you so much. Gentlemen, he likes when they mix it up.
Thank you so much, Doris. Great interview as always. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with the second half of basketball shortly. And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Irving and Waiters, the guards. The two stars, LeBron and Love, at the 3 and the 4. And it's Verjao in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, certainly, gentlemen, the Heat are trying to rally back after a tough summer. Chris Bosh said, I see why people were saying three-peating is hard. I get it now. There's just so many other things you have to fight. We're all human, and it was a long, tough season. Guys, maybe in some way the pressure lessens a bit now.
Certainly something to reboot, Doris, but their championship aspirations remain the same. Thanks. Here's LeBron, following the score by Miami. Well, a great rebounding small forward can give any team an X factor. Let's look at a few guys who have been playing that role over the course of the last month. Second, Luol Deng.
And maybe they're not the biggest or strongest players in the front court, but that hasn't limited their ability to get in there, mix it up, and come up with a lot of rebounds night in and night out.
Yeah, you mentioned their lack of size and strength compared to the post players around the NBA, but I've always found that the best rebounders usually aren't the biggest guys. They're the most tenacious, and they have excellent timing and the ability to get off their feet multiple times quicker than their opponent.
The Cavaliers trail by 7.
Josh McRoberts, a pretty unique player, 6'10" power forward who's an outstanding passer and quality shooter from range. But he's not without weaknesses. He could be a better rebounder and maybe a better defender for a player with his size and athleticism.
Miami's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. And the Heat call time here.
And McRoberts' rebounding rate has declined every season in the NBA, and that's 6 straight seasons. To a rate last season that's unacceptable for a guy of his size. I mean, he's got to find a way to make a bigger impact on the glass.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address his team. He said very simply, let's open things up and let's keep them open. Let's keep gunning and get the defense on its heels. He also doesn't want them to forget the importance of playing aggressive defense on the perimeter and contesting every outside shot. Those are likely not the last adjustments they make today, guys. There's still time left in this one. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Here's James after the made shot from Dwayne Wade. LeBron outside, 6 on the shot clock. Three-pointer, that's good. James has got 13 points. And McRoberts, a starter in his time in Charlotte, his shooting provided spacing for locker room presence Big Al Jefferson to operate inside. Signed by the Miami Heat this offseason, Clark, just before LeBron's decision.
And Kevin, his game certainly would have been a compliment to LeBron, but any team can use a big man who can pass and shoot. And with his athleticism, he still has some upside.
I agree. Here's James following the score by Luol Deng. Irving drives in, and it's Miami with the rebound. Anderson's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it. A chance here, Kevin, to see where the Cavaliers currently rank in the NBA. First in scoring, second in field goal percentage, and they're number 2 in team 3-point field goal percentage. They've got a lot of guys who love the 3-point shot, And they do a good job of running plays to get those guys open.
And the points that they're scoring per game that you talked about is really a result of great offensive execution. I mean, this is a club that works well together. They get great looks, and they'll also score in transition.
Everything appeared to be lined up for Cleveland to get back into the playoffs last year, but that just wasn't the case. A lot of what-ifs for them last season.
And with another top pick on the roster, Kevin, and a youthful team, they were a popular pick before the season. Play postseason games, but they still needed some seasoning.
Miami leading by 5. Wade outside. There's the pass to Nick Roberts. Inside. Heat moving the ball around. 6 to shoot. From the high post. And James pulls it down. LeBron's got his 5th rebound in this one.
They've been able to get out to this lead without really getting a very reliable performance out of him from the field.
Heat have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. And it's good. Chalmers has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash-mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Just physical play in the paint. Dominate.
Jacks up a 3. Raiders no luck. For Miami, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Great awareness by Mario Chalmers on that feed.
Love right side. LeBron dishes to Love. Miami grabs the miss. This game against Cleveland is the first time they've met this season.
Well, they were unbeaten against this opponent last season. Not surprising considering where they both finished in the standings. Now that is a quick bucket. Pretty good in transition.
That's right. That's exactly right. He loves when he gets the chance to get out and run. That's when he's at his best.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for Anderson. Sean Williams checks in for Josh McRoberts. Napier, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Norris Cole in for Mario Chalmers. Quickly going back to what Steve just said, they brushed this team aside easily last year, and maybe Clark their favorite opponent to face.
Well, I think that probably was the case. I mean, they made the most of their opportunities against a team that really struggled. They had the upper hand clearly.
55 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
Agreed.
All of the above.
Here's Cole, following the basket by LeBron James.
Norris Cole played his college ball at Cleveland State, but was a state champion at Dayton Dunbar High School. He's a quick scoring guard who the Heat bring in off the bench, not only to push the tempo offensively, but to provide some real havoc defensively.
And Norris Cole, Steve, more a scoring guard than a playmaker.
Yeah, he picks his spots, Kevin. You know, still searching for that efficiency offensively that would put him over the top, but really found a niche for himself alongside Wade in Miami. And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the three-point line. That's 4 of the last 5. You got to run those guys off the line.
I agree, and the defense is practically giving them those shots, though.
The Cavaliers pull it in.
That was a layup, and you've got to knock that down. You've got to convert when you get those opportunities.
And the shot is good. And now just a 2-point Heat lead. Heat have gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the 3rd. Pass to Napier. Out to the right wing. Cole's shot is good. Cole's got 5 points so far.
Beautiful job angling his body, shielding the big man from the ball on his way to the basket.
That's really the only way to do it if you're going to take it down there amongst the tall trees.
That concludes the 3rd quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. It's the Heat leading by a point. And 4th quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this.
Hey, Mr. Venner. Yo, hola.
It's a special New Year's Eve NBA celebration. Carmelo Anthony and the New York Knicks take on Chris Paul and the Los Angeles Clippers next Wednesday, 10:30 Eastern Time, 7:30 Pacific.
And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, this had to be the choice. It was an absolutely sensational feat, putting it way up there above the rim so that only his teammate could catch it. And not only does he do it, but he powers it down from there.
The timing of these plays are just phenomenal.
No question.
The Heat with the lead. Norris Cole and Dwayne Wade combine at guard. Haslam's out there with Josh McRoberts. And it's Williams at the 3 slot. That's the group in the game for the Heat. And Thompson sends it back. Williams passes to Wade. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
And James gets it to go. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Cleveland.
Their defense has been outstanding, Kevin, closing out on shots, blocking a lot of them as well.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Here's Wade, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort. Game winding down, and they just keep changing leads.
Absolutely. I mean, 6 lead changes here so far.
Steve, exciting stuff.
Yeah, this is a fun game to watch. Which team can kind of extend a lead and make a couple of big plays here, try to seize momentum. We'll see.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. That's good.
He's definitely turned things around in this game. I mean, he was more of a background player in the first half. He's jumped center stage now.
James kicks to Thompson. Cleveland moving the ball around. James dishes to Irving. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. LeBron's got his 5th assist in this one. And the Heat call time here.
LeBron James is able to do everything on the court. He's also looking to expand his horizons off the court. Plans to star in a movie. Even helped develop a TV series based on his life story a little while back. And so he's exploring various avenues of self-expression.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Chris Anderson has checked in for Haslam. Bang comes in for Sean Williams. And it's Chalmers in for Norris Cole. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address his team. He loved the work they were doing on the interior, saying, listen, they've got no answer for us inside, and we're not going to let them off the hook now. Keep pounding it down low.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. You know, talking about LeBron, he even toyed with the idea of applying for the role of Players Union president.
Yeah, as if he doesn't have enough on his plate already. You know, LeBron obviously so busy with all of his endorsements and advertising, but also trying to carry this franchise. I think it was better for him to avoid that Players Union job. Well, it's been a tale of 2 halves, hasn't it, guys? After a terrible first half, he's really picking it up.
Irving attacking. Dishes to LeBron. Back to Irving. Now the feed to Waiters. Stolen by Anderson. And here we go. Wade heading to the hoop. Finish off the break. And now it's a 3-point Heat lead. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Heat.
Boy, defensively, they've played with a high energy level, guys. And all the steals we've seen, really a result of that aggressiveness.
They worked hard tonight at crashing the boards as well. They've had a bunch of second chance points. What a game for LeBron. He's got 19 points and 5 assists.
I had no idea we'd be seeing a performance like this one today.
Totally dominant. I mean, pure domination.
And Miami has possession. They've led by as many as 11 points. Now, here's Chalmers. Clock at 6, and dang, here we go. Off target from the baseline. Cleveland's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth.
This is what you love, guys. Superb defense, a great steal, and just like that, they add 2 points to this narrow lead.
And you just cannot afford to give up plays like that at this stage of a tight ball game, guys.
There's the bucket. Good. 25 points for Kyrie Irving.
He's really done a nice job taking advantage of his opportunities in this half.
Irving against Chalmers. LeBron with the block. Now here's Waiters. D right on him. That drops. Irving's got the lead up to 1 now for the Cavs. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
You know, quite honestly, Kevin and Steve, I mean, this game, as close as it's been, you really hate to see it come to an end.
I agree. Well, then let's root for overtime. Why not?
Chalmers' shot is no good. Cavaliers have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. LeBron drives in. So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Chalmers against Irving. Here's Wade. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. And that's now 18 points for Dwayne Wade. Waiters on the wing. Wade is covering. Steps back and fires. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anderson Varejao. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
A little over-eager right there. Left his feet too early.
And if you're already boxed out, you got to try to work to get around. Otherwise, it's a surefire foul.
And the basket by Chalmers.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
Yep, that's something that the defense has to put a stop to. Maybe a defensive adjustment is necessary here.
Kicks it to Waiters. Love with the screen on Wade. Waiters with the ball. Wade picks him up.
Boy, is it tough to stop LeBron right now.
And here is Chalmers. Wade left side. Here's Henderson. He dishes it to Wade. And here's Chalmers for 3. Varejao comes up with the rebound. Cavaliers have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Irving double team. Here's Waiters. Count it!
Oh, that is a massive shot.
You know it is. He's stepping right into the spotlight.
And the Heat call time here. They're trailing by 3. 17 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
Well, down 3, you don't necessarily have to go for the 3. You could go for the quick bucket and then the foul.
I'm not sure. I mean, in this situation, I think they should look for the 3, Steve. I mean, try to tie this thing up. You've got 3-point shooters. Let it fly.
That's right. No other option but the foul and hope for some misses.
Yep, you got to extend the game here. Try to keep that clock from moving.
He's able to hit the second one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. 9 seconds left in the fourth. The dish to McRoberts. A 3. Shot is off. So it's a narrow win for the Cavaliers, pulling it out. And Clark, you know, it was quite a nail-biter.
Yeah, it was tight. Their guys were able to come up with big plays down the stretch, and that's the difference.
And so now we'll go down to Doris Burke, who's standing by live with our Jordan Player of the Game. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, here with LeBron James, and it is Christmas time. Aside from having a great win, LeBron, what was the best gift you received or gave this Christmas?
Best thing I received is, Merry Christmas and have a good game for my kids this morning. They called me, and I love that, and I love them.
For LeBron, it's all about the family. Thanks, LeBron. Kevin?
All right, Doris, thank you. And for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. Now, our Jordan player of the game, LeBron James.